Good morning, good morning. I wanted to talk about a conversation that I had with a friend of mine. And he mentioned that black men are going out of the country to marry. And one of the reasons black men are moving and marrying women in other countries is because black women are not traditional, or black women don't want to be traditional wives. And I was listening to what he had to say, and I was thinking, I see a lot of this back and forth on social media. And, as a woman and as a black woman, I feel sometimes it could be unfair because I feel that in all races of women, that there are gold diggers out there. Whether you're black, white, Spanish, whatever your nationality is, you're going to find women that just want a man to solely take care of her and her do nothing. They're all out there, all races. But for some reason, it just seems that the black woman just gets the bulk of all this criticism. And I feel that as a community of black men and women, that a conversation just really needs to be had, because I don't think there's anything wrong with a woman wanting to be with a man that's going to be able to provide and protect her. And I don't see anything wrong with a woman having a career and also providing for the family, because let's just face it, we no longer live in traditional times. And I never hear men saying that, oh, I want a traditional wife and I'm going to be that traditional husband. In the day and age that we live in, most black men can't support a household with just their own income. We need two incomes in a household in order for the household to work financially. It's very seldom that you find that a married couple, the wife can be a traditional wife and stay home and take care of the kids and cook and clean and make sure the homework is done and, pick them up from school and everything that a traditional housewife does. And because of the change of time, the roles of a traditional wife has changed, because a woman still has to be a traditional wife, but we have to work now. And I feel that if men and women, no matter what your race, have a conversation on what we feel comfortable with doing and what the roles are, that we would be in a better place. Men could tell women what they expect of a woman and a wife, and women could have that same conversation with men with what they expect. So I don't feel that there's anything wrong that if a woman has to work now to help provide for the household, that she gets a break every now and then and her husband help her with doing the dishes, or the husband helps with, making up the bed or cleaning the bathroom. And like I said, it just has to be a conversation. And, if men have an expectation of their woman or their wife, have that conversation. Well, honey, I'm the main provider, and, I, don't want to do dishes, but maybe I'll, vacuum the floors or sweep or something. As a woman myself, I don't have an issue with being a traditional woman, and I feel in my circle of women that I know, they don't have a problem with that either. But they would like to be appreciated, say, oh, honey, thank you for doing this, or honey, I noticed that you did that. We would like to be complimented, and I feel women should do the same thing for their husbands. Your husband is coming home, doing a great job, providing for the family, doing his part. He takes out the garbage if that's what you all agreed on, fixes the car or mows the lawn, whatever the roles that you all decide that each other have. Compliment your husband and say, oh, I know you're working hard. Thank you, for coming home and mowing the lawn, or, thank you for changing the oil in the car. That saved us money. I feel if we have an open dialogue of conversation between men and women, and black men and women, that we could get along a lot better. And, as a woman growing up and listening to stories of our grandparents, our parents raised us to be able to do more than just be housewives. And part of that reason is because, women depended on men financially, traditionally. And some men, not all, were cheating on their wives. And you'd find out later that there's a family, that your husband has a whole family, in another town or in another area. And one, it's hurtful, and two, women had to bear it most of the time because they depended on their husbands financially. But what about the pain and the hurt that causes as well? And because of those situations, men themselves wanted their daughters to be educated. And of course, mothers who were in that situation want their daughters to be educated and be able to work and be able to support themselves. In case something like that does happen, they're not stuck with no education or stuck with the kids and taking care of them and, never worked a job. So I feel that a conversation needs to be had, one where there's no yelling and there's no fighting, and we can really dig deep into what our roles are. And I think that we could be much happier as black men and women. So I know I might get some heat for this conversation. You could leave comments and let me know what you think. But it was in my heart to have this conversation and bring it out there. So thank you for listening, and I want you all to have a great day. Take care now. Bye.